Marius, could I examine your soul?
Oh, no. You'll use none of that spooky soul business on me.
But I promised to be gentle.
What are you... Maybe we could send the wardens a message. Adherence here, Fjord burned, Solace next. Best, Marius. Foi tu meio.
Ah? You? We used to parte and no. What?
You...
Oh, which you? I. Emperor? What's that?
It's their word for a fancy guy in a big gold hat.
I know what that means. I was trying to be sarcastic.
Come on, just for once, consider not being a complete Jatule and let us pass.
You know the position this puts me in. If I let you in, the council will have my head. Just like an adherent to make a convenient promise they have no hope of keeping. There are always consequences, godlike. Always.
Cosmine, Solace Keep is in real danger. Do you truly think I'd come back here for anything less?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret it. I'll let you in, but be warned.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in...
You'll see for yourself. The council isn't what... Lower it on down!
Do you think they'd let me get on and ride it to the top?
Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls. Here we go.
Why is the drawbridge being lowered? No one gave the order.
If it's the new recruit playing games again, I'm going to... Your face... It's just like... No. It's the lack of sleep. It's impossible. What's...
Maybe it's time for another assignment. All right. Wait, you're not from the hunting party. Where's the hunting party? We were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Idiots. Better not have gotten themselves killed. We need the supplies. I swear if they've gotten themselves drunk out there, I'm going to turn them into leather.
You look just like Nandru. You have his markings. The council is going to lose its mind.
Mihala is going to... I don't even know what Mihala is going to do. This has never happened.
I can't wait to see what the council will say. Duty won't feed us, Mother. Duty won't keep us from dying.
How dare you talk to your mother that way?
Is that Marius? He's alive?
Welcome back to... Odica's nails! An outsider! Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to... something like that, yes. Apologies for staring. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep? I've never seen anyone quite like you, is all. No, that's not entirely true. All I'll say is, take a good look at the big statue of Nandru, this keep's founder, when you enter the main hall. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know. It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to Solace Keep.
Sanctuary of Nandru. Hasn't changed a bit.
Well, that sounds like a perfect excuse to spruce things up.
You think Kostya's right, huh?
Think of the salted fish we could get trading the third one.
Better than this mystery, that's for sure.
making yourself useful. Be careful with those ogres. Put that... Be careful. Some of our best wardens were lost too. We've taken to calling it the Spore King. Not sure when it started or who is to blame, but the name stuck. Unfortunately. Welcome to the Tusks, outsider. Be courteous while inside. Check the board for bounties. Well done, outsider. See? You did it? Can't believe someone took them on. Let me look at those amulets. How strange. Matching half moons. Excellent work. Well done. I will always have bugs to deal with, but... I'll be sure to pass on the word. Anything to... Excellent work. Funny. Hopefully that name can fade away. Bring Magran's wrath upon the enemies of Solace, outsider.
Mihala understands the importance of tradition. Nandru chose this place for a reason, huh?
Mihala is to blame. We need to open our gate.
Exactly. To leave, but only inside.
Absolutely. Can you imagine if we had access to fresh crops from Fjord?
Generate.
No, I can't. Not with Mihala calling the ship.
So you're the outsiders my guards let you to the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you have a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. I don't care who you are. Unless the council has approved it, no outsiders are allowed in the keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this. Gods, yes. The wardens take an oath to protect the keep. That includes outside influences. Not that you'd know, but the council isn't known for their temperance. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard it. If I knew, I wouldn't be talking to you, Nim. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources. Would you? That would take a load off of me. The council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I can't have one of my wardens like this. Drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about...
We ran into Petru and Emerald Stair. What has he gotten himself into?
The captain is missing. The one in charge? That's not a good sign.
Wake up. I'd like to be left alone with my mother.
outside. You need something? Never once, and now that I have, I can't.
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back in line or wait until next meal. Well, I don't... thought I am the ringleader of this circus. No one does anything without a belly full of... what? Honestly, Marius here would catch something better than I could, Russ.
Yeah, I just do what I do. You make last week's salt pork taste like... this week's salt pork.
Take a compliment, Amakul. You're a good hunter. Oh, I have a little time to chat right now. Oh, my friend, let me tell you something. It's best not to worry about what's in the food. We depend mostly on our hunters and patrols. Of course, that means I have to be... Exactly. These mountains aren't called Gallowens. Anything that's not a mushroom or bread is a blessed luxury. Councillor Kostia wants things to change around here. He wants to... Imagine it. Fish from Thirdborn. Ah, yes, I forgot. I don't know what I would... Tradition says we have to survive. Tradition has kept these walls standing. Well, it's... best of luck out there, my friend. Greetings. What...
What do you want? Depends on what you care about. I heard something about the trade caravan, but I've yet to see hide nor hair of them. And Mina here's been blubbering for a while, but that's all I've got. Suit yourself.
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
Of course they have an elevator. How elevated of them.
Outsiders, in the halls Nandru built himself.
The very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune... Raluca told me we have you to thank for getting the waters flowing once more. And to think you made peace with the Delangar. Fascinating creatures. When they aren't trying to kill you, anyway. I can only hope she'll help us protect the water source in Slumbering Fields, as long as that hothead Raluca doesn't antagonize her. You've been invaluable. Please, take this. Thank you again for your help. Perhaps whatever blessed Nandru truly does live in you.
This is not good. Oh, good. Someone... Can't believe the only person that stopped is an outsider. Will you help me? Ugh, my hammer. One of the smiths down below sold it to me, and I'm not likely to... But with all the construction going on here, I think it's somewhere down... There isn't exactly a surplus of them around here. Please! Honestly, it all started when my grandfather was a baby.
Solace has been under constant construction since Nandru set the first stone.
It does not matter. Can you say... I'll wait. You're back! Well... Found a spider the size of my face in my quarters last night.
Again? Ugh. I bet the officers up above don't have to deal with that.
On the bright side, the legs are pretty good in a stew.
That's both gross and intriguing. What time is it?
No one sees me like this. Who let you in here? What do you want? No, of course not. I must live. No, suffer. Unfortunately, none of the merchants in the keep have things that... But as long as Mihala continues to shun the rest of the lands, we must make do with an ever-shrinking...
Right. You might not want to get your hopes up on that one.
No one suffers as I do. Just leave me. Oh, and don't... Who let you in? Why am I in my own home? I think a better... I must live. No. Unfortunately, none of the merchants in the keep, but as long as... Truly? Oh, I shall have to wear something really dazzling. Now, shoo. Why? But as long... All the shops only have cheap goods. Just leave me. Outsider! I've never seen someone so tall.
Since the days of Nandru himself, have we stood watch over the garden, as shall our descendants, and their descendants, and theirs, until the end of Eora itself.
Master!
It's not the content, but the interpretation that bothers me.
Move along, outsider. Consultation hours are... Oh my. No, of course not. Ah, our beloved founder. Nandru sought to create a sanctuary in the deadliest... Many believe Nandru was led here by a spirit guardian of some kind. Others believe he was simply an exile. Regardless, many of his traditions remain in place to this day. He was compassionate. Tradition says that when he... Not a word of... If you ask these our founder in Sorina's vision was... She was a forceful and diligent. Many, myself included, believe her traditions conflicted with Nandru's, which were more suited if you ask about the deal. But Nandru did speak of a garden from time. No one can say for sure what the garden meant to him, for none has said. What more can I do to enlighten you? All philosophy is controversial. We pass on the oral history. In return, the unenlightened.
As sure as you banish the entropy from our lives, may your exile be brief, and your throne
Nandru looked to Wodoka for inspiration when he created the traditions and laws of Solace.
You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes?
Bolty? Is that you?
Marius? Won't the Commandant be surprised? What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests? I am an attendant of the Council of Solace. Currently, it is my honor to watch over the Shrine of Wodoka and keep it...
You mean it's your honor to stay where the Council can keep... The way I heard it, Bolty had a reputation for taking things from the armory and selling them to traders for a
I paid my debt to Solace. I have changed.
Yeah, well, the Council is keeping you close by, just in case.
Good.
have to bring this to the Council's attention.
No, I couldn't possibly. It's too precious. Safe. In the drawer.
You're back! Ah, you have done me a mercy, envoy. May your kind... Is it me? Or does everything look suspiciously like a nail? We will talk about this later. Guest. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason.
We do. That's why he isn't in shackles and being brought to trial right now.
We can discuss shackles after we've talked about the Steel Groat. They're coming for Solace Keep.
Nonetheless, returning with an Adiran in tow was foolish, Marius.
Foolish? I'd call it treacherous.
Right, well how about we all pile on Marius after we're sure Solace is safe?
Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the tusks that can catch us unawares.
They destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for Solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
Although I wonder why we should bother trusting you. We heard that you were responsible for a great many deaths in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you, It sounds like you have something in mind. There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy? Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, envoy.
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face. I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed steel garrote must be in the tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Envoy, be practical. You may be uniquely capable, but there are hundreds of us. There are 3 of you. Good. Be sure of it.
Kostya, see the envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius, don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the steel garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
And I thought Vidara was infuriating.
Still lingering? Thank you, envoy. Let's see. I suspect it's another one of Kostya's attempts at courting Adir. No matter. I've dealt with this before and shall deal with it again. But I appreciate your assistance. Take this key. There's a chest in my...
envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken, the young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. There are just not enough resources to go around, and it's causing people to fall ill. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't. She's a zealot. Much like your Inquisitor Ludwig, I suspect. Two sides of the same miserable coin. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse. We will not last here much longer. Not without food. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If... Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja. Look, if they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no... The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the... My people. Every person who is alive now. The Inquisitor is a... questionable creature. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of... Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be...
You give them the keep? Have you lost your Sunday mind?
I understand ridding yourselves of the keep, but to help the Stilgarot, disgusting.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarot in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is... She already knows what I intend. And she doesn't care. Because she doesn't believe your empire could see us as anything but rivals. After Fior, I suspect you adherents think of the people of the Living Lands as little more than bugs to be crushed. If you think of us at all. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who... I thought you'd empathize with this more. Your quest for the garden is also... And you've shared them all with me. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. Of course. But need she be stopped by you? Now? In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, well, if you happen to head north, you might pass by the Living Archives, a monastery dedicated to preserving our history. The monastery hasn't been in touch in days, and I can't spare a warden. Oh, please.
Right, I get it. He wants us to run it.
I do, Marius. Because I trust you. And by extension, I trust the Envoy. Is that so outrageous? You were missed here. Whatever the front I put forward may have...
You have a funny way of showing it.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't serious, Envoy. The fear that you're right raises bile in my throat. Look in on him, please. It's all I ask. They are to the north of Solace Keep. And beware, if my warden's reports are accurate, there are... Look for Elder Grigor at the archives. Thank you for this.
Andrada?
Sorry, Jeffrey. Captain.
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change. I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. Maybe so. Sometimes you just work with what you got. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wish we wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren... Fair enough, and that's not exactly the choice in front of the Pargrunen either. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands? I only hope they get that chance. I've got extra water in my pack if anyone needs it.
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. He nearly had a heart attack. A corporeal inverter. In layman's terms, it replaces living. Maybe it wasn't my smartest investment, but I thought it... Old customs struggling to fix new problems. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it. If anyone has a right to enter the garden... Such is the life of an envoy. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden... Pleasant dreams.
Envoy? Sorry. I've been in my head ever since we left. What if I get there and... oh, I don't know. Or worse. But maybe it's better not to know. There was a story. The war... There was a young warden who thought she could see the future. She was worried about her father falling ill, and he did. She feared her... Kamayu. One day, she was with her patrol unit guarding a watchtower, and she was struck. She just knew in her gut that Solace was under attack. Zareps, or... Wouldn't be much of a story if that's what happened. The young warden tried to alert her unit, but they didn't seem concerned. So she left the tower to go protect Solace. Meanwhile, her post came under attack. Exactly. So what if I'm seeing the future here? Right. Unless the future you prepared for isn't the one that comes. Anyway, I appreciate anyone. Not before I've done some reading. Envoy, coming back to Solace is not... She took an interest in me when I first came to Solace. No idea why. I was an outsider and a child. She had every right to make me someone else's problem, but... a real liability in her line of work. She tried being a secret just makes it harder coming back. After the way I... Since we entered Solace, I've been...
It's only natural.
Seeing Mihala, I remembered coming here as a child, but... there's more. The village should be north of here. I remember I need to find that village. My thanks, Envoy. Annie. Thanks for talking.
How to know when to be quiet.
Me too! Me too!
Well done!
I've fallen!
Right!
Glad that's over.
Hey,